Welcome to Austin, Texas. So I actually just arrived. It is almost midnight and I am doing 3 hotels, the 3 best hotels in Austin. I'm gonna stay in each of them for 3 nights, starting at this one. And I gotta tell you right now, spoiler alert, I can't even park because the valet is closed. So, and literally there are people just hit each other in the parking lot. They're trying to take pictures and work it out. I'm trying to go inside to see what I'm gonna do with my car because the valet is closed. It says to just park your car in a spot, but there are no spots. So, trip is already starting off great. This is hotel number 1 of 3. Okay gang, so hotel number 1. I'm gonna try not to be too loud because it is almost midnight. However, my room doesn't actually adjoin to anybody else. So hopefully that's a good thing. I'm not gonna disturb anybody by making a video. But I am in the Hotel Ella, right? And this is in Austin, Texas. So there's been a lot of interesting reviews online. I'm gonna share some of them with you. So, to say the least, I was a little nervous walking into this room, but I am actually pleasantly happy with the room, with a few exceptions. But let's go ahead and take a look around and see what you think of the room. Again, this is notated as one of the best hotels in Austin, Texas. I can't do the food yet because I gotta wait till the morning. Unfortunately, like I told you, that valet situation, it was kind of weird. I ended up leaving my key at the desk and the guy said that they would take care of it, not to worry about it. The only spot that I actually ended up finding was a handicap spot. So I had to leave my car there. I felt terrible about doing that. And I'm hoping that they're gonna move it in just a few seconds so that they put it downstairs. I guess, I don't know, I don't know who's gonna move it because valet is closed, but they said that they would and they would take care of it. So I'm not sure how that process works here, but you know, it's again, just kind of weird. So if you arrive late at night, there's nobody outside to greet you. You will have to bring your own stuff into the hotel. And that's just how it goes. So I guess if you arrive at a different time, the valet will be out there and they'll greet you and life will be good for you. So anyways, here we are, got my key, came up in the elevator, and this is my room. Let's have a look around. Here we go with the little living room. So you got like the living room area here, the bathroom is over there, and then we got a bedroom. So the couch, what's your thoughts on the couch? The little handle here, I don't know what this handle's for. Maybe, I'm not gonna make any kind of fun joke, but I'm just thinking if you were on the couch doing something a little bit special and you would use that handle to hold on. I don't know, but I guess I'm thinking too far. Anyways, a different kind of couch, right? Usually the couch has a backing, but this is obviously the little TV area right in here. So there is no backing. I think without backing, maybe you'd want a couple of more cushions back in here, but you do just have these 2 little puffs right in here. The couch itself seems to be in kind of good order, I would say. If I kind of sit on it, it's not like too pushy or anything, you know, too soft or too firm. Seems to be okay. You can watch TV from here. I got the Austin news going. There's a little mini fridge right underneath in here. Of course, nothing in it, but it is nice and clean. And it is cold, ready to house something. We got a Austin magazine here. Pretty cool. And we have a coffee maker. I'm actually gonna make some coffee because I am needing a coffee right now. So there's some instructions here. Hotel Ella, the branding is on there, see that? Sorry about the lighting, the room is a little dark. There's not a lot of bright lights at night. There's some scratches on the furniture. The furniture is a little beat up, I would say. In my, you know, again, I like antique pieces, but it doesn't feel antique. It just feels beat up. I think there's a difference. And this door, I wanted to see what was inside. It is so heavy to push. Sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. But there is a safe. Look at this little safe. Look at this thing. All the way back in here. I don't even think you can see it, it's too dark. Let me try to put my phone light on. Do we have light? No, we do not have light. Huh. Oh, here we go. Let's try that. There we go. Is that some light there? Yeah. So there's the little safe. Look at that thing, huh? Isn't that wild? Yeah. So I guess you put the key in, or you could set a code. But it is locked to the thing, so... I guess I'd put my phone in there, maybe my GoPro overnight. What do you think? It's about all that fits in there, right? And maybe your passport. If you're afraid of someone coming in and stealing your passport from you. The cups, by the way, look pretty clean. Not bad. Like that. There's a dresser over here, which is kind of a weird place to put it, I think. A dresser right here, and then there's another one in the bedroom. But
a good place to put like a bar, right?
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Just seems kind of
space.
Odd. I don't know. Maybe just my opinion. It feels odd. Here's the bathroom. I love all the marble surround. Check out all the marble. This is a beautiful shower. Let's go inside, huh? Take a look. Check out this shower. The handle's a little bit of a letdown. I don't know how you feel. It's a little loose too, with the little rust here. I think there's a cap missing. You get the shower head. We'll have to check out the pressure, let you know. And we got some shampoo. It's all full. That's nice. I hate when these bottles are like a quarter empty, but they did leave some stuff there. Nice and clean. Smells good. There's the toilet here, nice and clean again. Nice little vanity here. I do feel as though this bathroom kind of works for like the style of the building. Kind of. What would help me feel better would be if someone cleaned that vent up there. That vent is pretty gross. Need to vacuum out all that dust. You don't want that flying on you. And by the way, I don't know how to turn on that actual suction. So, oh, there we go.
Is that it?
No, nothing.
No.
Maybe it's clogged. Maybe that's why there's so much dust.
No.
Oh, wait a second. There we go.
It's the button on the
Okay. So it is working. That's a good sign. What else we got here? We got a hair dryer. We got a couple of cups. Glasses, right? They look nice. There's some soap here. There's some body lotion. So nice little thing here. This is kind of weird though. I went to turn the water on earlier, and then when I went to turn it off, now it's not doing it of course, but the whole thing was like spinning on me. It was just kind of weird, but and then that's the amount of flow you get from the water. They must have some kind of device up in there that regulates the flow of the water, but I don't know, I couldn't get the faucet to shut off earlier, but now it's shutting off. Makes me look crazy. I just walked in, I literally had to go to the bathroom, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make the video. So, but I couldn't get the water to shut off. I'm like, I'm gonna have to cancel the video. So, but it's all good. It's frosted glass here, so that's nice for your privacy while you are inside the bathroom. Door here, door locks. That's important to think about, right? We always want to make sure that the door locks while you're in the bathroom. What do we got over here? We got, oh, state of Texas. Liability, some rules. This section applies only to a hotel. But $2,155 is their liability for anything that's inside the room that goes missing. There was actually some comments online of people that said some of their stuff went missing from the room. So I guess that's all they can be held liable for, $2,000. We do have a trash receptacle here, but not in the bathroom. So it's kind of interesting, it's out here. Usually I would find one over in here, but there is not one here.
It's in the wrong place.
Yeah. Strange, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of weird to see all those cables like that, but I don't know. What's your thoughts? Maybe it'd be nice to hang that on the wall so you don't have all those wires hanging like that. But this is the sitting room. This is an interesting chair here. I don't know if I pointed this out already. And you got another window here. There is a lot of beautiful windows. However, sadly, the windows don't open. And they're all quite filthy. I don't know if you can see that, but it's all kind of like, I don't know, dirty. Yeah. There's a beautiful porch over there. I want to go check that out in the morning. I love the lights and everything. Here's a little table here, Hotel Ella. With our bathroom, with our telephone. Light over here. This is an interesting kind of light. I just wish that this felt older to me. Those mirrors are nice and flattering, huh? You like that? Yeah, definitely. Here we go, some more curtains. Look at this. Lovely pool down there. I can't wait to check that out in the morning. They said right now the pool is closed. Even though the door is open, they said the pool closed at 10. So I was not here by 10 because my flight was late. You can see the nice brick of the outside of the hotel. Hopefully you can see that. There's a little garage down by there. I think that's where they actually bring the valet cars. But it looks like a beautiful area out there. I can't wait to go check that out tomorrow. We do have a lot of stains on the carpet. You can see this here with the light and everything. This is the bedroom. Looks quite nice. So, I don't know about you. What are your thoughts? I feel like the bed placement in this room is just off for me. Why would you put a bed in front of the window? I don't know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment below. I feel like the bed should be against this wall right here. I feel like it should come out right here so that you would be able to enjoy both of the windows that would be in front of you. You'd kind of put the dresser over there in that corner. It feels like the design of the room is just kind of off.
It's not cohesive.
Yeah. And then of course you're laying here, the TV is over here, and it doesn't swivel. So again, if the bed was coming this way, the TV should be in that corner there. Right? Just, I don't know, my opinion, I think. You have a little chair here to sit at. It looks okay. It's not beat up or anything. It looks, you know, a few stains, but it's just a white room. Everything's all been painted. Again, would be nice to have maybe the border be a different color. Maybe just, again, it doesn't feel old in here. It feels very modern. It feels white and sterile. It would be nice to celebrate the property. We have this headboard here, which is a nice textured headboard. I do appreciate that. Four pillows. They seem pretty much okay. The bed feels okay. Feels on the firm side.
And how's underneath?
Let's take a look.
No mattress cover. Yeah.
Everything looks clean.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
No sign of bugs or anything.
Yeah, and we can see, right?
Yeah,
Looks clean.
it does. There is the closet here. I guess you'd call it the closet.
Whatever that is.
You have an ironing board here on the side.
There's an iron inside.
Just be careful if you get this room and you open this door. The door will fling all the way over to the side. So you got to kind of hold it here, and it's like, it feels like literally like a train car, this door. It will fling all the way over there. And I didn't want to break it because then I'd have to deal with it, right? If I broke it, I'd feel bad. So, but you have this little side here for your stuff, and then a couple of stuff in here. But I don't know what this is. This was all like this when I got here. Maybe I gotta put my light out again. It's probably dark. Here we go. See?
Scratches.
Looks like somebody, I don't know, had something in there that wanted to peel the paint off. Maybe they gotta repaint that or something. And there's some dust and stuff in here. There's like a little pin. Nothing serious, but I mean, again, if you were gonna put your clothing in here that you're wearing for a big special event and you get the dust and dirt on it, just be careful. Always be careful. Ah, there we go. That thing loves to close like that. So, that is the room at Hotel Ella. I gotta tell you, the AC is working great.
Yeah.
The AC feels very nice. It is hot in Austin. I arrived at what did I say? It's almost like midnight right now. And I think it's still like 84 outside, 82, 84. So it's still steamy. The room temperature is very nice. So I am happy with that. I'm gonna have some coffee.
So hello, you see my voice in the background. Here I am, Francis, with Daniel and his adventures. So you probably don't know much about me in terms of I love architecture and I love Victorian historical properties. I actually live in one Victorian property, so we do appreciate all the features. I understand that things can be modern and it still have some preservation. When we booked this hotel, I was really excited. I thought it was going to be something really, I expect to see some modern features, but I also expected to see some old features. For example, when we came in, all the woodwork has been painted with the same color, so it's very monotone. No
Why
change.
would someone paint all that?
Why?
wood?
I'm sure it was beautiful a few years back in the day, and it's all gone. The carpet is too modern, and I don't think it's the high quality one. They could have a better looking carpet that would look something a little bit more luxurious. The wood rail from the stairs, everything has been painted the same color. So it's very monotone. So it's disappointing to see that.
You know what though? To feel good,
Yeah.
they should go back and look at our Queen Anne video
check
from
that
San
video
Francisco.
out. That video is incredible.
Because that one has a lot of unpainted wood.
Yeah, that one has all the original features. It could use a little bit of update, right? But then I came into the room expecting that I was going to see maybe something Victorian or neoclassical. Because look outside of this hotel, when you come in, it's kind of like screaming for it. And then you come inside of this room and it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the name, I'll say Ashley's Furniture. Let's give them some, I don't know. I mean, they're not bad, but they're all very modern. Nothing really Victorian here or neoclassical.
Wouldn't it be nice some wood floors here? Some exposed wood floors?
I believe in Texas they can't have wood floors in the hotels. It's like a law.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they could have used a better carpet, don't you think?
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, and then also the bathroom is beautiful, the marble, but then they didn't go very well with the fixtures and some of the amenities that are in there right now. So they kind of, they tried to do nice, but they kind of hid. They could have done better with the luxury level of the hotel. We're just missing the finesse, whatever it is outside, what you come in and what the property offers to you in architecture, you're expecting to see inside all the way, and you're not finding here, unfortunately. And I feel sad because if I was the owner of this hotel, this would be the most boutique, beautiful hotel that would be months away for people to come into this hotel, because everybody wanted to see how it looked like, because it would just be amazing. I'm sure it was amazing at one point. It's just modern, which I understand for some people they like that better. It's more practical for cleaning and everything else, but it could use a little bit of a more vintage features throughout the hotel. We're missing that out. So I just want to point that out there.
And of course, going back to this furniture over here.
Yeah, that's not vintage.
Remember like this,
That's
yeah.
mid-century. It doesn't fit with the...
Yeah.
No.
And this guy here.
Mid-century too, but it's not from the 50s. It's from now.
It just feels beat up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it belongs here.
That, become to a contemporary style place. I don't know, it's just off. It's missing
would be
that
nice to have
wing back chair.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on. Right?
And as I'm standing here, as Francis was talking, I couldn't help, I hope it comes through in the video, but the curtain rod is like slanted and it looks like it's gonna fall off.
I hope
I don't know if the screws up there are actually loose, but I'm hoping you can see that it looks like it's gonna fall off, or maybe it did fall off and they didn't put it leveled back on the window. But it's just like those small details that
I just want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Another thing that I missed here, as you come to a place, what it's missing, some organic features such as flowers, real flowers, real plants. There's no orchid here. There is no like a nice planting here. That would be a nice welcoming thing to have. I am just saying all these things to give a good feedback, because who would want to see this hotel to close one day if it's missing out and all this, If you want to offer more luxury, you probably want to bring in more to make the place more welcoming, feel like you're home away from your home.
All right, so one more thing. As you look around, you notice more stuff. Again, not trying to be nitpicky, but you can't help but like not notice it. Because I told you the room is kind of dark. So where there is light, you start noticing things. Check this out. So here in the living room, where this light is right here, it's the only light on the whole ceiling, by the way. If you look up, can you see all that dust on top of the curtain rod? I mean, that is just, whew. I know it's hard to clean up there, but someone's got to clean up there at some point, right? It just
You
looks
don't need to
really
clean once.
rugged.
It stays clean for a few months. You don't have to clean all the time.
Yeah, clearly somebody's missed that, so we have to point that out.
We want this place to be amazing. That's why we're bringing all these things up.
That's right. And this couch, I would move it away from the window, because I feel like maybe you move it down in the wall. You don't want to put furniture in front of windows. It's kind of weird. It's like, remember the bed? Like it takes away from the vibe of the curtain.
It's cutting the room, the energy of the room.
Yeah. Okay, so I love coffee. Everywhere I go, I am having coffee. The light on my camera just died. Sorry, I tried. But I am always a freak for coffee. However, as much as I know about coffee, and after working for years doing coffee, I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what these pods are supposed to be. So if I had to guess, I'm going to guess and say that the red is decaf. This is a strong blend, and then this is a light blend. But there's no labels on any of this. And it doesn't say anywhere. I started reading this little booklet. I'm going to move it in the bathroom so you can see it. But it tells you how to fill the water tank, right? Open the top lever, close the lever. It tells you how to do the coffee, but it doesn't actually say what the coffees are. Now, me always trying to be careful to make sure that nothing has cream or milk in it. I don't want to have something that's like a hot chocolate or... So just trying to be careful for people that have milk allergies like me. You should probably label what the coffee pods are. Also, on the back of the coffee instructions, I found a little bit of history. Check this out. Hotel Ella, it says in 1878, Thomas Dudley Wooten, one of, I hope I said the name right, one of the founders of the University of Texas, actually, purchased the land on which Hotel Ella now sits. Wooten's son, Goodall, moved into the home on the property in 1900 with his new wife, Ella. So, who oversaw the transformation into a Greek revival mansion. So, the Hotel Ella is named after his wife, Ella, right? The property underwent an extensive renovation in 2013 and now offers, as it says here, the perfect balance between modernity and a rich history rooted in the fabric of the neighborhood and the university. Okay, one more thing. I know, one more thing. There is no workstation in this suite. So if I wanted to sit down right now and use my laptop, there is nowhere to actually work. And it just occurred to me. So that's why I wanted to point it out. There is these, this couch and this little chair here in the bedroom that you could sit on, but there's actually nowhere to like sit and kind of like do some work. So most hotels always have like a little desk or a table area where you can sit and do a few things, use your computer, read a book, whatever. But, this one unfortunately does not. So I just thought I would point that out.
And I didn't see any lobbies down there either.
There is no sitting area downstairs.
No, it's just like a small
There's
lobby.
there's a bar and a restaurant. But we'll double check tomorrow. Maybe there is other places, but there is no place to work. And by the way, looking again at that curtain rod right now, I'll show you in a second. It really feels like it is going to fall off the wall. I hope it doesn't.
Look at it. It's crooked. Not the wall. The wall is not.
All right, good morning. Slept well. Bed was comfy. I am up now, ready to walk around and check out the place. Hopefully grab some breakfast.
Is it closed?
I can't get in.
Oh, do we need a key card? I wonder. So we stay in that room right there, right? Upstairs. Yeah, right there in that corner. It's nice. It has what you need.
All right, so I just walked all around. I showed you all about it. And so what do you think? I paid $348 for the night for this Ella Parlor Suite, they call it. So breakfast is not included in the room rate. There is coffee for free in the lobby, but there is no breakfast. Sorry, the wind and a little bit of dust. Okay. The hotel is absolutely beautiful, as you saw, walking around. There's just those design details that just drive me insane. The painted windows shut, you know, everything painted. Outside is nice. It looks like they expanded it years ago and they built all around, and they built some extra rooms all by the pool. So it is you know, it was a very large property. Now it's all being taken up by the extra rooms. So there is actually nobody downstairs in the restaurant. I went around, I walked outside trying to get in the pool, as you saw, for about good 45 minutes. I haven't seen anybody come in for breakfast. After reading all the reviews, I'm afraid to go eat down there. I think I'm gonna go and get food somewhere else. Sadly, the reviews are gonna keep me away. So I know there are other people in the hotel because there is other cars, but I don't know. What would you do? Would you go eat down there after seeing all those reviews, or would you not? So let me know in the comments if you think it's worth it. $348 for the night. There is a way that you can add romantic packages on, get a little more money. I think it's another $95. I think there's some champagne in the room, something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and check out. I hope that you go ahead and see me check in to hotel number 2 in Austin, which will be coming up very soon.